Hello friends, hope you are doing good and safe. Welcome to my channel Mule API World. My name is Radhusham Pandit and today I am going to explain about the differences of exception handling in Mule 3 and Mule 4. So as you know, like today's date, MuleSoft is in good demand in market, and so because of that, I'm going to make this video for the MuleSoft developers. So let me give a small introduction about the MuleSoft first before start on my Mule topic. So MuleSoft is basically middleware technology. By using this, we are creating API to integrate two different systems to pass data from one source to another source as per the business requirement. So you can see in image also, like there are multiple systems like Salesforce, SAP, Amazon. There are many things, so that we are like integrating two different systems to pass the data and do the transformation logic for that and sending to the target, so from source to target. So this is the about the MuleSoft technology as an overview. So let's come to the topic now. Yeah, so Mule 3 and Mule 4 exception handling, which I'm going to explain for the differentiation between the both version. So see, this is the types of exception handling strategy in Mule. In Mule 3 there are like 5 types of exception strategy, and in Mule 4 there are only 3 types of exception strategy. So in Mule 4 there are like default exception strategy, rollback exception strategy, catch exception strategy, choice exception strategy, and reference exception strategy. So we will go in next slide with all details in deep. And this is about the Mule 3 exception handling. And coming to the Mule 4, so basically there are 3 types of exception handling in Mule 4. Like first is like on error continue, and second is on error propagate, and third one is try catch scope. So this is about the differences of the exception handling in Mule 3 and Mule 4. Let's come to the next, which we were going to see in details. So see, first I'm going to cover the Mule 3 types of exception. So like there are 2 types of exception in Mule. That first is the system exception and second one is messaging exception. So like what is the system exception and what is the messaging exception? So let me give overview on this one. So system exception is basically it will occurs when no message is involved, and it occurs at the system level. Let's say one example like address already in use. So you feel like there are while developing the Mule API, most of the developer has faced this issue like address already in use. So basically what is this error? So basically when you are like using same port with the 2 different API, so that time you will get this error. So you have to change the port basically, and then deploy that API on that one. So that is the about the system exception. Let's come to the messaging exception. So what is the messaging exception? So basically it occurs when message is involved in the flow, and it used to handle exception within flow. That is the messaging exception. So let's come to that exception strategy part. So actually Mule has basically 5 messaging exception strategy. So first is the default exception strategy, which I have already told the 5 types of exception strategy on above slides. So and now I'm going to cover in details for that particular exception strategy. So basically first is default exception strategy. It is used when you don't want to take any specific action in case of exception. Let's say you have Mule flow. So in that case, if you don't want to do any a specific action on particular error, so that time you can go for the default exception strategy, and this will handle in Mule itself only. So no need to do any specific action on this one. So this is the first type of exception strategy. Now coming to the rollback exception strategy. So basically it is very useful when you want to roll back messages for reprocessing. Like let's say let me give one example. So basically you are seeing like transaction, banking transaction. So from one account you are going to deposit some amount to the another another account. So basically if you take out the account from that source, and then you are going to deposit that money to that target account. So in that case, if that particular account, means particular database give the exception, so that time we can use this rollback exception strategy to handle that type of exception. So basically it is very useful when you want to roll back messages for reprocessing. And to manage transactional errors, rollback exception strategy can be used to manage exception that application cannot catch, used in flows where a message should be redelivered in case of failure, which I explained you, right? So we can set the how many retries needs to be do, so that all the things you can configure here in that rollback exception strategy. Now to avoid the infinite loop and manage unresolvable errors, then below we can use this one. So in that case you have to define maximum number of redeliveries attempts, redeliveries times for that particular exception and particular connector, and then define another flow to handle messages that are failing after max number of retries. So if that retries got exhausted, then you can define one another flow to handle that messages, and you can set whatever the messages, custom messages or what needs to be do as per the business requirement that you can handle in that particular flow. So this is about the rollback exception strategy. Let's come to that third exception strategy, which is the catch exception strategy. In this you can design your unique strategy for handling messages that contains errors. You can use catch exception to avoid propagation exception to inbound connectors, avoid propagating exception to parent flow via flow reference, and it's not rollback when an error occur. So this is the exception where we can't roll back that particular request in case of errors. So in that catch exception, just we have to catch those exception and handle those exception for that particular flow, and then we have to set that messages and send to the users as per the requirement. So this is about the catch exception strategy. Now coming to the fourth exception strategy, which is the choice exception strategy. So here when we are going for choice exception strategy, so basically it is useful when you want to handle the exception based on the message content. Okay, and we can define more than one exception strategy within the this strategy. So basically in choice exception strategy you can define another a catch exception strategy or a reference exception strategy, whatever you require, that you can define in choice exception strategy. But choice cannot be nested, means in choice there is no another choice exception strategy, we cannot use that one. Okay, so to make decision about how to handle errors that can be occurs in flow, in that case we can use as a choice exception strategy. So let's come to the last exception strategy, which is the reference exception strategy. So when we go for reference exception strategy, so see basically it refers to a common exception strategy which is defined, and it can be defined in separate configuration file to refer the error handling that behavior of specific global exception strategy. So see basically when you want to define one global exception strategy for particular exception, so that you can define in a separate configuration file, and you can refer those exception and exception part from that by using that reference exception. So whenever this exception called, then it will go to that particular global exception handling, and it will execute as what defined in that one. So this is basically we are calling the global exception strategy by using this reference exception. So I hope you are clear till now. So let me move to another thing. So see This is basically mule 4 exception handling. After what we had discussed, that is about the mule 3 exception handling. Now I'm coming to the mule 4 exception handling. So see, basically in mule 4, as I discussed, as I told you before in my previous slides, so there are like 3 types of exception handling in mule 4. First one is like on error continue, second one is on error propagate, and third one is try catch scope. So let me explain one by one. So first, let me cover that on error continue. So when we can go for on error continue exception handling, so see, basically this mechanism is used to catch the error and does not report it's an error. Okay, and in this processing of flow continues even after the error has occurred. We can use this when our requirement is we don't want to stop the flow process even error occur. So basically in this on error continue, we don't want to stop the error when stop the flow process when error got for particular component, and we can just move further for the next process. So on that case we can go for on error continue, and this is second one, that on error propagate. So basically when we are going for on error propagate, so this is like opposite of this on error continue. So basically it works exactly as mule 3 catch exception strategy. In case of error occurs, process the error message and rethrow the error to its parent flow. So in this case, that process will not going to execute further after the error comes. So no further processing is done in parent flow. So this is about the on error continue. Let me explain about the try catch scope. So basically this is the third type of exception handling in mule 4. So it can be used within a flow to do error handling for inner components. So let me give one example. So let's say you are using Salesforce connector or SAP connector, whatever, in between flow, but you want to handle the particular exception on that particular component only, not for whole flow. So in that case you can go to define your try catch scope, and in try you have to just place that particular Salesforce connector, and in catch scope you can define the exception handling as per the requirements. So in that case you can use this try catch scope. So we can use when you want to add separate error processing strategy for various components. Okay. Note, we can specify error type and when condition to know when it needs to be executed. So basically when you are doing configuration for this exception handling, so basically there are 2 types of configuration you have to do. Like one is like an error type, and second one is when condition. So what is the error type? Like basically it contains list of errors that specific connector can throw in inflow. So whatever the connectors you have used to that particular error handling, so that particular connector will throw the error that will come to in error type. So that you have to select what error needs to be covered in that one. And when condition means to provide the expression as when needs to be executed. So basically you have to provide the expression like when if error that comes, then when needs to be executed that particular condition. So this is about the error type and when conditions. Okay. So this is like my small video about the differences between the mule 3 and mule 4 exception handling. So I hope you like this video, and so for next coming video I'm going to explain as a practically when we can use this exception handling for mule 4, and we can I can show the related to configuration and all the details. So thanks for watching this video, and please like and subscribe my channel, so I can take it further, and then making more and more video for you to understand the flow. So thank you so much. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.